Hey Leo, welcome to Intuitive Gems. My name is Desiree, and today I'll be doing your money, wealth, finance, prosperity, abundance reading for the month of January 2024. If this is your first time catching one of my readings, I do want to say welcome, and I invite you to subscribe because I do these readings each and every month, and I would love to share your money message with you. For the readings this month, I'm using my original tarot deck. I will clarify with my Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot. Then I will close out your reading, Leo, with a Star Seed Oracle card. All right. Leo. Whoa. All right. Cards are flying everywhere. Okay, look at, you got two swords there. That means you're in the process of eliminating stuff, which I think is really good as we move into a brand new year, right? We don't want to take old stuff from 23 into 24. Okay. Okay. All right, Leo. Page of Swords. News and information about something being stopped, discontinued. This is something good, something that works in your favor. I do believe something gets paid off, or a bill gets stopped, or a subscription gets canceled, that type of thing. But whatever it is, something gets stopped or discontinued, which ends up putting more money in your pocket, right? So it's really, really good. That's a great way to start off this new year. Then we've got that Three of Pentacles. Looks like you're being recognized for the excellent work that you do, Leo. People are impressed. They want to work with you. They want to connect. They want to hire you. They want to partner with you. So opportunities are definitely flowing your way the first week of January. I think this is really, really good because it really gives you an opportunity to kind of filter through exactly what it is you want to do, because it looks like you're going to have more offers than probably what you were expecting. Now, this is a good position to be in, right? Because you're going to have to say no to something, but you're probably also going to be able to say yes to something that truly lights you up. This is great. I do feel like this is work, professional related. Could also be something business related where people say, hey, I want to collaborate. I want to partner. Let's do something together. And it's mutually beneficial. We also got the Wheel of Fortune, one of my favorite cards as it relates to good luck and being in the right place at the right time. The other aspect of that card is serendipity. So make sure that you pay attention to the opportunities that come up for you to go out, to connect with other people, to be seen, to really do all the things that you want to do, because it looks like luck is really on your side. Luck is, following you, especially the first week of January. All right, we got the Hangman. Now, I like seeing that card in the reverse because it means that there's no stagnation. It means you're progressively moving forward. This is always a good card to see in the reverse position, because it doesn't have a negative meaning, because it just means that you're taking action and you are becoming the better version of yourself. Now, that's not always easy. Sometimes we get really, really comfortable and we tend to do the same things habitually, and so our circumstances don't change. But as a matter of fact, Leo, you're doing all the things so you can be in a better position, have, better opportunities like we talked about, and you are growing. You really are becoming more knowledgeable, more experienced, especially as it relates to your money and to your work and to your business and to your investments. Finally, we got the King of Swords. Again, that's that elimination energy. He's all about ruthlessly disconnecting from things that do not serve him. And I feel like, again, Leo, you are really removing things that you just don't want to have around you. Now, this could be relationships, it could be circumstances, it could be stuff, in your house, maybe decluttering, maybe rearranging some furniture so your setup is a little bit better, whatever the case may be. But it is about letting go of the things, and it doesn't have to be like physical stuff. It could be emotional, it could be spiritual, energetics. So pay attention to what doesn't feel good and tap into how you can change that. I guess that's the best way to say it. All right, Leo, let's see what else shows up for you as it relates to money, wealth, finances, prosperity, and abundance for the month of January 2024. What do we need to know for the sign of Leo? All right, Leo. Interesting cards. So you are doing a lot of inner work here. That's what I'm picking up with that Judgment card. And it's not easy, but you're committed to the process. You are committed to the plan. But it looks like you are going to have to invest in yourself in some way in order to really take yourself to that next level. Now, I'm not saying go ahead and spend tons and tons of money, unless you have it like that, then great. But you have to invest in some way that's really going to take you, that's really going to unlock your next phase, your next season, your next level up. And when I say invest, it means that you need to buy something. You need to pay for something, because that exchange is what is going to really give you the discipline you need in order to keep going. So what I'm picking up here is some of you need to hire a coach or a personal trainer. Some of you need to spend the money to invest in a course or a class or an online program. Some of you need to pay for a mentor or, something like that. Something where there is a monetary exchange. Now, it's not because I'm saying, oh, you need to spend money, but it's because when there is that monetary exchange, Leo, then something inside of us clicks, something inside of us shifts. And so when we're committed, because we know, hey, I paid this personal trainer so much, I'm not going to waste that money. And so it helps you stay committed and more disciplined to show up for yourself. And that's what needs to happen here. In other words, your growth is dependent upon you showing up consistently. And again, that's something we all struggle with, but by you investing in something, that will help you to show up consistently in whatever way needs to be done so you can expand and grow into your next level. All right, so we also have the Nine of Wands, and this is feeling a little frustrated. But again, we kind of talked about what's going on with that. You're ready to move forward. You're ready to do more. You're ready to have a better, bigger, more fulfilling experience. All right. And we talked about how you can make that happen. Now, we also have the Lover's card. The Lover's card is a card that talks about you're struggling with a decision here. When the Lover's card shows up in the reverse, it means that there's a decision here that you're kind of hemming and hawing and going back and forth with. Again, I think once you kind of commit to something, that will give you a lot of clarity. Now, I do feel like this is something work related, and I do feel like this is something money or career related as well. So maybe you're struggling with starting a business. Maybe you're struggling with how you're going to invest, or whether or not you should buy a property, or whatever the case may be. All right. But again, it's about committing to being your best version. And that's going to give you clarity and will help you see the big picture as you make these money decisions. We also have the Chariot card. That's a powerful card. Not only does the Chariot represent speed, it also represents power and a lot of things happening at once, which sometimes some of us thrive on that, right? Like a lot of us thrive on having multiple irons in the fire. And I do feel like that's the direction where you're heading, Leo. Now, the thing is this can be a lot of fun too. And when you're having fun, it's much easier to make money and create good results. So don't feel stressed. Have fun with all the opportunities that show up for you, Leo, because it looks like it's going to bring in multiple layers of success for you. Finally, we got that Five of Cups. Looks like you say no to something and then you have some regrets, although I don't feel like that's going to be something permanent. Sometimes we regret something and then a week later we realize it was the right decision. I do believe that is what's going to be happening for you, Leo. So don't feel bad about saying no to something, because as time goes on, you will realize that saying no was the right decision for you at that time. Okay? All right. Okay, so as we move into the second half of January, look, The Five of Pentacles in reverse is the money mindset card. And because it's in the reverse, that means you're getting your mind right. You're getting your head in the right place. And look, it fell onto the Judgment card, which tells me that that's exactly what we need to do here, what I talked about earlier. You need to invest in some way, and that is what unlocks all kinds of potential for you as it relates to what you can achieve and what you can do, okay? I've seen this happen so many times, you know, even in my own life. When I pay for something, I'm committed because I don't want to waste the money. All right, next up we have the Ten of Swords. Ten of Swords talks about healing and releasing some painful emotions. I think this is something that's been a process for you, Leo, and you definitely start seeing some relief from that. You know, sometimes getting our emotions healed or processed really opens up more money to come our way, because then we're not energetically fighting with money, the energy of money, I should say. All right, so our emotions really need to be in a good place, especially if we're trying to do something different with our finances, because we don't want our unprocessed emotions kind of clouding our judgment and getting in the way of us making the decisions we need to make. All right, see? Now, this is the same card here, upright reverse, which means the decision you make here that you may feel regretful or stressed about works itself out in the next week. Okay, just like I said, don't worry about it. You know, you made the decision you had to make at the time, and that is the best decision for you. And that gets confirmed within the next week. So, because I know a lot of us tend to, it's like we stress about certain decisions and we're like, oh my God, should I have done this? Should I have done that? And this card is saying, don't worry about it. You're doing exactly what you need to do when you need to do it. Ten of Cups, another good card. Interesting. It fell on that a lucky card. So this is good news as it relates to everything, but especially money. You're going to be celebrating something in the second half of January. Leo, this is exciting. This is really good. Money's coming your way. Looks like it's coming the second half of January. I also have the celebration card here. Three of Cups means a party, a gathering, networking, a mixer, some type of get-together where you are celebrating because you're winning. Plain and simple, the second half of the month really confirms that you're winning in everything that you are doing as it relates to your finances. Now, sometimes winning, it doesn't necessarily mean, you know, hitting the lottery, although it could. But winning just means that you're moving in the right direction. You're getting everything that you want. You're getting confirmation that you're doing the right things. And I was explaining this to a client a few months back about how when we're trying to manifest more money, sometimes the physical, well, I shouldn't say sometimes, all the time, things take a little bit longer in the physical, but it's not because it's not coming. It's just because that's the rate at which it's the fastest for that particular thing, right? Like, it's like when a woman is pregnant, the fastest she can have a baby is 9 months. There's no way to speed that up. There's no way. But the manifestation started at the moment of conception, right? But the soonest that baby, of course, there's medical issues withstanding, you know, premature babies and stuff like that. I understand. But in general, for the sake of this example, the moment of conception, it's 9 months before that baby shows up in physical form, right? So we have to understand that our manifestations are the same way. It doesn't mean it's not coming, but everything has its own gestation period. And I don't know why I kind of threw that out there, but I feel like someone needed to hear it. Because I feel like some of you are trying to manifest stuff and you're getting frustrated because it didn't show up the next day. And I say this to say, you know, when you understand that, it alleviates a lot of stress and worry and frustration when you're in the process of manifesting exactly what you want. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and close out your reading. You got some good news as it relates to work with that Page of Wands. The thing is I feel like this is something you didn't expect, but it's still good and it still benefits you. This card is the one that's jumping out at me. That's why I started with it. But let's start here. Five of Wands. Communication is good. The conversations you're having about money are really productive, and looks like you come up with a solid plan as a result of having conversations about finances, maybe with a partner, a spouse, your children, maybe a financial advisor, maybe somebody at your work, whatever the case may be. It's a very productive conversation, and it looks like you end up creating a very strategic plan to hit the money goals that you set for yourself this year. Next, we have the Empress card. Interesting, because I was just talking about, pregnancy, and the Empress card does represent pregnancy, maturity, cycles. When I see her in the reverse, though, sometimes that tells me that the creative energy could be stuck, or maybe we're suppressing our own creative energy flows. So understand that sometimes making money is really about how creative you can be as it relates to solving other people's problems. So use your creativity to your advantage, Leo. We all have unique creative strengths and creative talents and creative skills, but you really need to tap into using that, because the money you want to make is somewhere within your own creative ideas. We talked about that Page of Wands. Next, we got the Four of Wands, which is all about stability, foundation, growth. It's also the card of partnership and marriage, things coming together in a very beautiful, holistic, and really a good way. Now, the other thing about the Four of Wands is it really means that things just kind of fall into place. And it's so natural. There's no forcing. There's no stress with it. It's about things coming together, like I said, in a beautiful, holistic way. Next, we got the King of Cups. That's the card of emotional intelligence. Then we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is you working independently. The King of Cups is about really keeping our emotions in check, so we don't make decisions like I talked about earlier, especially financial decisions, based on emotional stuff. It's about really understanding emotions for what they are, but not allowing them to dictate your next move as it relates to your money, your finances, your work, your business, or your investments. Now, that's really hard to do because money is an emotional thing for everyone. But at the same time, we have to learn not to allow our emotions to get in the way of us making the best decisions as it relates to our finances now and in the future. So Leo, let's go back and look at what you've got going on. So you've got luck on your side. We talked about personal growth and investment in self. We also talked about you manifesting exactly what you want, and then you celebrating when it shows up towards the end of the month. So Leo, January is, I want to say, a strategic month for you because you have so many elements here as it relates to you growing, like personally, as an individual, but yet that also translates into your money growing as well, or at least the opportunities for you to make money or to expand what you're already doing. So you can work, what do they say? Work smarter and not harder. We also want to pay attention here to our creative energies towards the end of the month, because that's where all the solutions and the results are, allowing you or giving yourself permission to creatively solve the problems or to creatively come up with answers, to whatever it is that you are trying to do. All right, Leo, let's go ahead and close out your reading with a Star Seed Oracle card. Ooh, okay. The card you got is Activated Earth. I love that. Power places, ley lines, trust where you're led. Yes, trust where you're led. We kind of talked about that, especially with this investment or self-investment stuff. I also feel too like This power places is key. And remember, I talked about the Wheel of Fortune, about you being in the right place at the right time. I feel like that's kind of a message here. Power places, like where you're going to be in the power place, the power position. And it's definitely going to pay off to your advantage. All right, Leo, hope you enjoyed this reading. Hope it was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know. I want to thank you so much for spending this time with me. We'll do it all again next month.